What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is August the 14th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, dreaded CPI just came out. As you can kind of see, a little bit lower than the forecast. But once again, it's not always looking at this data for face value. You have to look at this right here. And so essentially energy did come in line or flat. So that does mean the other basket items did in fact go up. So this is why as soon as that data did come out, you saw a little bit more of a dip. It is getting bought up though. So NASDAQ futures are up 0.17%, S&P up 0.2%. Fear and greed index right now is at 25, so still under the extreme fear category, but no doubtably today it might actually push back into the fear. We'll just have to wait and see. This article was kind of interesting. It mentioned because of yesterday's PPI with right now the data that just came out for CPI. Like this is where the market might kind of move away from a 50 basis point expectation for September and move back to a 25. So again, it'll be interesting to see how the market does adjust with today's CPI. Starting off though with SOFI. SOFI is up, piggybacking off of the broader market. No actual news, no SEC filings, as you can kind of see. Shorts have been increasing over this last little bit. Kind of breaking this downtrend, but 17.31% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 181.17 million shares overall are being shorted. Right now with it at $6.74, it is trading right below this R1, so just watch for it to get above that 678. And then hopefully above that, then it'll trade between this R1 and R2. If not, it'll just kind of trade between this pivot and this R1. So we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on, Kellanova, ticker is K. It is up 7.4%. And that is because of this. So it looks like Mars, maker of M&Ms and Snickers, to buy Cheez-It owner Kellanova for nearly $30 billion. And it looks like it's going to be a price of $83.50. So for those of you that have been watching my channel, you know whenever there's these types of transactions, do not pay more than the tentative offer, only because you're going to lose out. But again, you guys do whatever floats your boat because I'm not a financial advisor. So one weird thing though is typically when these kind of deals are offered, it does go relatively close to this price. Obviously there's a little bit of a gap just in case it doesn't actually go through. That's kind of the risk involved. But with it right now at $80, that is a relatively big gap. So the market is kind of factoring in that this deal will not go through. So kind of interesting. SERV Robotics, ticker is SERV. It is up 31.15%. Very popular stock. So it went from like $2 and change to, I think the high this round was 25, somewhere around there. So it is getting a second win because of this news right here. So SERV Robotics and Shake Shack roll out autonomous robot delivery via Uber Eats. So pretty good stuff. Like I said in the past, this was a momentum play, so you need this actual news to really propel it higher. Aside from that though, it is still very much heavily shorted, so it is on the threshold list still, as you can kind of see. 14.74% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 2.59 million shares. If you're looking at trading it with it at 13 and change, it is trading between this S1 and pivot, so 1088 will be the strong support. 1385 will be that next strong resistance / target. I don't see this as one obviously being touched today. Rather, most likely it will touch this pivot. This stock has phenomenal amount of momentum. And then Intel today is getting a lot of volume, and based on the news, they came out with some news yesterday. Nothing really crazy if you ask me. I just feel a lot of the broader market was looking at Intel when it was at 19 and saying WTF, it should not be at these prices. But yeah, this news that came out yesterday after hours, I don't see that as like a big deal, but what do I know, right? It's $20.53. It is trading between this R1 and R2, so just watch for 2083. On the flip side, $20.41 to be the next strong support. And last but not least, new. So they did have their earnings. It is down 1.34%. It's not that heavily shorted, so only 2.86% 80% of the free float's being shorted, works out to be 88.56 million. Shorts have actually increased a lot though over this last little bit. So it went from roughly around 2% short interest to where it is now. So almost close to 100% increase in that regard. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Shorts are getting a little bit more bold. In this case though, with it at $12.40, it is trading between this S1 and a pivot. So 11.93 will be the strong support. I don't see that being touched today. On the flip side, 12.58 will be the next strong resistance / target. Possibly, given the market, it might actually push it to this level, but we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts. Do you own any of these stocks? Is there any other stocks that are kind of on your watch list or whatever else? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.